Hello everyone, welcome back. Very highly requested, long-awaited 3D DS tutorial. I have gotten so many requests for this. I hope the mic is okay. I just bought a mic. But for the DS, this is the PNG that I use. There's many different ways to do this. This is the one that it's gonna be inserted. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into it, I guess. So I'm gonna be using Subin. Half quality, by the way, so it renders quicker. Let's be for real. I'm gonna start with like a background of it, and then these two are gonna be the ones that are like in the DS screen. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I usually use Flow. If you ever wonder why or like how I get my graphs really smooth, it's from that. I'm gonna try not to use it, but I usually do. For the DS itself, you're gonna wanna just import the DS like regular. But what I do when I mask it, I put it in full just so you can see everything a bit better. Go into linear color key and remove the white background. Now, obviously, when you first remove it, it's gonna remove a lot of the color. 0.5. Play around with it. Put it in. But you don't, if it removes like a little bit of the pink, you can fix that after. But like try to leave as much as possible, it just makes it easier. If it removes the little gray in the middle, that is completely fine. So I'm gonna leave it like this. This is good for me. But then you go in with a mask and you mask out the gray in the middle. And you also want to duplicate the DS layer. So you have DS top and then you have DS bottom. Zoom into like 100%. And just like kind of roughly follow where the gray is. You can always fix it up after. And then subtract it. And see, just like that. It can be kind of rough. It does not have to be perfect at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. And then again for top, same thing. Zoom into 100. And mask out the gray up here. Okay, so now that you have both grays masked out, go into the DS top layer and mask out until I think right up here, so like just above the like mic point. And then you're gonna need to switch up the masks a little bit, so then go into mask 2 and select intersect. So it'll still keep both masks. I'm gonna do the same for the bottom as well. Right up to that point, right above the mask, and intersect again. Now our DS is fully masked out. I'm gonna put just like a basic solid layer for the top half of the screen, just because I don't have like I'm not gonna use a special PNG right now. I'm just gonna leave it like colored right now, just especially for placeholder right now. I'm just gonna put a pink in there. We're gonna leave it, and then for the two bottoms here, so like put them in your layers, you can see them again, and then just kind of like play around with it so that it fits kind of where you want to see it. So like I like this here, and then same with the other one. Zoom it out a bit, move the position around, just to kind of play with the position. There you go. And then you're gonna take the one on the top and drag the position over until it's literally just out of frame. Like literally just to the point you can't see it. And then we're going to add a null object layer. Select both of those and add it to the null. It slides down. I'm probably gonna want the zoom, like the slide like here. And again, you can always alternate, pick things later. It's totally fine. It does not have to be perfect your first try. Never is. And then just put it into place where you want. So you want to, I did not say that. When you do a position layer, if you don't already know, you have to click this so it separates the X and Y position so that you can more accurately do a graph. So because we're only doing one of them, like we're just doing the X position, so after, you're gonna want to pre-compose those 3 layers, just the ones that are in the bottom screen, so that you can then add another mask, but like literally just so that it's inside the screen. Now we're going to do a Y position so that it makes it smoother when it slides into the transition. And then go into Y position and ease it, and then just manipulate into a like middle graph. Now that you have the bottom screen done, I just moved these layers so that we have all the bottom stuff on the bottom, top stuff on the top, just so that when I pre-compose it, it'll look just a little bit better. So you have to you want to pre-compose all the top and pre-compose all of the bottom layers. Drag, honestly turn off snapping for this. You're gonna want to drag, if you click Y, it will open up this to change the anchor point, and you're gonna want to put it like right onto where the 2 layers connect for the bottom and the top layer, just so that when we start moving the layers, there won't be a gap or very little of a gap. Now, as well, go into the bottom layer, just again like pre-compose it, just like quickly mask it, just so that you don't see the slide coming down above the bottom of the DS. So for both of them, duplicate the layers by 5. So have 5 layers of each, and then just like change the color just so that they stick out and you can like see the difference between them. Every layer you want to go into position and do -5, but like in increments. So like -5, -10, -15, etc. So up to -20. And if you want it to be a bit thicker, honestly you could do -25. Exact same on the other half of it. -5, -10, so on. Again, add a null object. I'm gonna start working on the top half first. I like when it opens up, and literally every single graph in this entire tutorial will be this. Yeah. So see how as well it like goes around the thing, like it really looks like it's opening. That's because we changed the anchor right into that middle meeting point. Also for the layer closest, like you're seeing here, it's going to be the back layer, which is going to be this one. For that layer, go into fill and select like any color from up here, just so that you don't see the like back of whatever image you have here. Next, we're gonna do another null layer, but for the bottom, where it's going to be right when it slides, when it does the null slide in the screen. We're going to kind of fold the DS again. Okay, if you saw me with this on, turn it off. Turn it off. So once all of your bottom DS layers are connected to the null, you are going to go into X rotation and mark a keyframe first. That would be important. Mark a keyframe and go to like the end of the inner null position thing and just kind of fold it a little bit. Again, simple little mid graph so that when it does the little position layer, it will rotate that upwards just a little bit, just to give it a bit more move. Now it's intercepting here, so I'm just gonna move it up just a teeny bit, just so it's not intercepting. It's a little stiff. Just play around with the keyframes a bit until you get like the smoothest possible thing that you want. Now, because we already have the base movements, we are going to add another null object layer. I know, contain your excitement. And you're gonna take the other two null objects and add them to this null object. Okay, wait a second. For it to open, don't cover the screen. Don't cover the screen, guys. Keep it open so that we can zoom out. And you're gonna want to fit it so that you don't see the DS when you're zoomed in. Just play around with it until you don't see the DS anymore. So like there, right there for me. And then go to the end of using the other null layers as guidance for these keyframes. Go to the end of that reference, zoom out to 100, go back to 540. Yeah, because then we're gonna add another null object, and again attach the newest one to this one, put it in 3D again, and follow the inner null slide of the bottom screen. But for this one, we're gonna do a bit of a 3D rotation with it. So for this null layer, I have position, scale, and X and Y rotation. So I'm honestly just gonna play around with it and like manipulate the DS and do different things. I'm gonna make it kind of straight on because we're gonna be adding a light layer later, and if it's off to the side at all, it's gonna make it dim. So it can be off a little bit, but like try to make it as head on as possible. Okay. And then I'm gonna put it at like 15 here, and then that's gonna be my reference for like the main point of the mid graph. Try to make the keyframes as close as possible to each other, because even just off by a little bit, it can throw the transition off. So now you can't see that it like folds at all, so I'm just going to change it a little bit. I'm actually gonna fold it a bit more, so then when I move this one, you can see it more, because now you'll notice that the top is more folded. Okay, it's basically done at this point. I'm also gonna do just to be extra, I personally think this really adds to it, I'm gonna add a stylus. Again, I got this one, I think it was like off an eBay listing. I literally just googled pink DS stylus. Again, linear color key. I love her. She's amazing. Put it at 1. So for this one, put the anchor point in the middle so that it just makes it a little bit easier to move around. Put on rotation, position, and scale. I'm gonna put it over in this corner here. I think I'm gonna kind of bring it down like this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And as well, I'm gonna put it so that it's just outside again, another null object. Attach the stylus to that layer. I'm gonna start it like here, and I'm only doing a position and rotation for this one. And anchor point, bring it down to like middle of the stylus, and then yeah, like there. Rotate it so it's now facing the other direction, and then just move it over. So you're gonna want to follow where this picture is split. So like that's what I'm referencing when I swipe this over. And then for a final touch, add a light layer. These are my light layer settings, and okay. So see, it just very subtle, but it just adds so much. It adds so much where it like highlights the point where you should be looking. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. That is so good, guys. I'm gonna add in motion blur all around. Yes. Oh, that is so good. Okay, that marks the end of the 3D DS tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully it all makes sense and you guys enjoy it. Leave comments for any more tutorials. I will try my best to get to them. I have a few other tutorials and many other transition ideas if you would like to see more from me. These are my social medias. Thank you. Bye bye. See you next time.